rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1007, Boyd versus Salinger.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Boyd,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Recently I was demoted, and so I'm not making as much money, so trying to not pay as much money.
Okay. Is that the only, like, where were you working?
I'm still in the same job. I just got a worse part of the job. So I'm in sanitation.
Okay.
So basically I have to clean poop all day and make sure it doesn't get in the water, so whenever you're drinking, you don't have poop or hepatitis or anything like that in your water. I literally gotta sort it out, so when you get it, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another courtroom breakdown, and this one is anything but ordinary. Today, we're diving into Boyd versus Salinger, a case that's got tension, finances, and a little bit of fatherly frustration. On one side, we've got Mr. Boyd, a man demoted from his job and knee-deep in sanitation duties, pleading for a child support reduction. On the other side, Ms. Salinger, not only denying his request, but calling out his priorities, suggesting he's more invested in his fiancée than his 4-year-old son. But here's the kicker. The law might actually be on his side. With another child in the picture and a confirmed dip in income, the math might override the emotions. Still, the courtroom sparks fly when love, resentment, and parenting values collide. Stick around, because this case has more layers than you'd expect, and wait until you hear why the dad says he's saving your drinking water. Yeah, it gets that weird.
I won't drink that.
Oh, no, you can. I made sure that there was no, it's good.
Okay. All
Because
right.
of me, yeah. But
Okay,
I
well,
get
thank
paid
you.
less now, so
I'll make sure when I drink water from now on to thank Mr. Boyd.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. How old is the child?
He's 4.
Okay. 4-year-old boy. All right. So you have less pay now. Okay. And you're not in agreement to just decreasing his child support?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I feel like he's lacking on his duties as the father. He also has another child with another woman. So I really don't think he's budgeting his money or time well, and I'm not going to accept his reduction.
Okay. So you don't believe he's budgeting right?
No, I don't.
So let's take a moment here. Mr. Boyd just explained in graphic detail what his demotion entails. He's cleaning sewage to protect our tap water, which, gross as it sounds, is a public service that deserves some respect. But the twist? He's making less money doing it. And that's the root of this courtroom clash. The irony: he ensures clean water for everyone else, but is struggling to keep financial support flowing to his own child. That's a tough pill to swallow.
I think he's spending all his money on his new fiancée and shoes.
So you're mad about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty mad about it.
Okay. Well, get over it. That's the first thing. Second thing is, you said he has another child. So even without a reduction in what he makes, that requires an adjustment right there. Him having another child entitles him to get his child support adjusted.
Well, maybe he should get his attitude adjusted. I don't know.
Well, can you quantify his attitude into any type of money or anything?
I wish he could.
Well, we can do that, right? So, I mean, by law, he has a right to ask for a reduction in child support. And by your own admission, you gave me a second reason why he qualifies for it.
I mean, I don't really understand because we almost made.
Now that revelation changed everything. A second child enters the chat, and suddenly, we're not just talking about budgeting. We're talking legal grounds. In Texas, having another dependent is a legitimate reason to recalculate child support. Ms. Salinger might not like it, but the law doesn't care about emotional baggage. It deals in facts and obligations. But hey, that fiery get over it from the judge? Cold-blooded and hilarious.
the same amount of money, so.
Right. But he's the one court ordered to pay child support, right? Right?
Right.
Okay, so your income has nothing to do with what he makes. And if he has another child, and according to these documents, he did get a huge reduction because his child support amount was $850 previously. So because he has a second child, that by itself, the law allows him to get a reduction in child support, whether you like it or not, unfortunately. What are you doing with the money, just out of curiosity?
I'm supporting Ricky, our child.
By support, what are you doing for him?
I practically pay for his private school.
Okay.
I'm buying him daycare when I leave for work.
Okay.
I pay for almost everything.
Okay. What are you using it for on yourself?
Nothing.
So you were using all $850 for the child only?
Yes.
Okay. Because this.
And there it is. Confirmation straight from the bench. Boyd qualifies for a reduction. Not just because he makes less, but because of the additional child. This moment is critical. It's where emotion and entitlement hit the wall of legal reality. Ms. Sellinger tries to argue fairness based on her income, but that's not how child support math works. Facts over feelings, folks.
It sounded like it was for another reason why you were so upset. Or is it just because of the new girlfriend?
Could be both.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So this is what we're going to do. He has good reason, and he has shown proof to the court that he qualifies for his child support to be reduced. So we're going to go based off of what he currently makes. Says here on your W-2 you make about $41,000.
That's correct.
Okay. For one child, well, you have 2 kids.
I do.
Okay, so that changes. So what we're going to do is calculate that. So that brings your gross down to $3,287.67. Who pays health insurance?
He does.
How much is health insurance?
$129 a month.
Okay.
This is one of those moments where the real tension comes to the surface. Ms. Sellinger insists every cent of that $850 goes to their child, school, daycare, essentials. But there's a subtext here. Jealousy over a new fiancé, resentment over unequal parenting, and maybe even a fear that her contributions aren't being acknowledged. It's not just about numbers. It's about feeling unsupported, emotionally and financially.
He also gets the credit for that as well, for carrying health insurance. So his net comes out to about $2,725.36, giving you credit for your other child. That brings your percentage down, and your new child support amount is going to be $476.94. So I hope that you can pay the tuition and, you know, your attitude about him being mad off of that new amount in child support, $476.94. Can you do that?
Sure.
I mean, you don't have a choice really, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Anything further?
Nope.
Anything further from you?
No,
You seem disappointed.
I am disappointed.
Why? He has legal grounds to ask for that.
I just wish he would pay attention to our child more, that's all.
Okay. So what do you mean by that?
He doesn't.
Boom, $476.94. That's the new number. The judge runs the math, credits Boyd for insurance and another dependent. And just like that, the amount is nearly cut in half. Ms. Sellinger's face? Pure disappointment. And honestly, you can't blame her. But here's the truth. This wasn't favoritism. It was pure calculation. The law doesn't rule based on who's more upset. It rules based on proof.
Like our child.
How do you know he doesn't like the
He
child?
straight out told me before we came here.
Maybe he doesn't like his behavior. What is it?
Yeah,
about the child?
he doesn't like football.
Oh, okay.
And that really, if I didn't like football, my father would probably have this on me. And so he doesn't like football, and I think she's trying to, get him into like other stuff, like cheerleading or something. I don't know. And it hits me right here.
Yeah. It hurts my feelings too because I love football. Maybe you should encourage that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything further? Okay. You all are dismissed.
Oof. This just got personal. Ms. Sellinger claims the father flat out said he doesn't like his own child because the boy isn't into football. If that's true, it's not just petty, it's heartbreaking. A parent's love shouldn't hinge on shared hobbies. The judge's reaction? Subtle, but you can tell the emotion hits. This courtroom moment is about way more than money. It's about the heart of parenting. And there you have it. In Boyd versus Sellinger, the court ruled not on feelings, but on facts. Reduced income, another dependent, and clear documentation led to a child support adjustment. Ms. Sellinger left disappointed, not because the judge was unfair, but because sometimes the law doesn't give you emotional closure. It gives you legal outcomes. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Until next time, stay curious, stay sharp, and keep questioning the drama.